Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am talking about a highly requested topic. I actually get questions about this almost on the daily, either on Instagram or YouTube. So I thought, you know what, let's do a whole video about this, as so many people are interested, and that is, where do you get your vintage clothes from? So I thought, you know what, let's make it a whole video and talk about my experience buying vintage online, my tips and tricks when it comes to that, and you know, just things maybe I would have loved to know when I started my vintage journey. I will, however, only talk about my experience when it comes to vintage shopping online. I will not talk about shopping in store. I live in Berlin, Germany, and we have so many nice, cool vintage shops and thrift shops here where I could probably only buy vintage in Berlin and still have a full wardrobe of vintage. But I know that in so many other places and countries, people do not have access to really cool vintage shops and thrift shops. So buying online is actually accessible for everyone, no matter where you live. So I think this is the most helpful of a video that I can do when it comes to vintage shopping. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Today's video is sponsored by Gem. There are many different platforms on the internet where you can buy vintage clothing, but I would say there are two main platforms where I definitely get most of my vintage from, and that is eBay and Etsy. These two platforms are huge when it comes to vintage, and there's just lots of good stuff out there, and lots of things that I have already bought and purchased are from those two platforms. So I will be talking mainly about them, and then at the end of the video I will also share a really helpful tool that can make vintage shopping online actually much easier for you. So make sure to stay tuned. Like I already mentioned, eBay and Etsy are like the main platforms when it comes to vintage shopping, but there are actually many more. Like, for example, Poshmark, which I think is something that is really popular in the US, but it is, I think, like a kind of second-hand website. Then there is Vinted, for example, which I feel like becomes bigger and bigger now. And I have already bought some really cool things on there as well. Then there is Instagram, which is a platform that many sellers who sell on eBay or Etsy also use to promote their stuff. Some people also only sell on Instagram, but I would say the majority uses Instagram to promote their new collections and, you know, put their link to their Etsy shop in their bio. And then there's also Facebook. I know that there are groups. I am not on Facebook. I feel like it's like more for the generation maybe before me. But I do know from David, who is actually on Facebook, that there are many groups, many vintage groups that post vintage clothing in the groups, and you can purchase from there. So if you have Facebook, definitely check that out as well. eBay is, I feel like, kind of the website where you can actually get a real steal for like less money than on other platforms. Not always, but it's the platform to bid. I'm actually not that much into bidding, it kind of stresses me out, but if you're really like into that kind of thing and you maybe want to find some real good deals, I would suggest you to check out eBay. You can also buy directly, you don't have to bid, but oftentimes it is bidding, and you know, you see something for like $3 and you're like, oh wow, that's a really good thing, and then you see, okay, the bidding goes up to 10 days and you will know that it will be probably like $300 or euros after that. But not always, so definitely give eBay a go. And now let's talk about Etsy, because Etsy, in my opinion, is like the biggest platform when it comes to vintage and where you can actually find some really good vintage, but it can also be a bit more pricey. The good thing about eBay and Etsy is that you have filters which can help you filter your search, so that when you're, for example, on a budget, you can put your budget on and then it will only show you the things that are in your budget. Because other than that, you can kind of fall in love with things that you cannot afford. Happened too many times to me already. So let's talk a bit more about the filters. Like, what do? I'm now on Etsy, and I want to buy something. I may be into the 1940s and I want to buy a dress. So if I want to do that, I would type in 1940s dress. Let's say we're on a budget. Let's say we don't want to spend more than 100 euros. Then I would definitely use the filter price. I would narrow it down to 100 euros. But here comes another tip. I am from Europe, Germany, so shipping from the US can be quite pricey, and most 1940s dresses will probably be from the US or maybe from the UK. And now with the Brexit and everything, that can also be quite expensive. You have to keep in mind that the shipping will cost you extra, and that can actually be 30 euros, maybe 35, 40, up to 50 if you're, for example, looking for a coat. So keep that in mind. Alright guys, it is now a few hours later, and as you can see, the nice lightning is gone, sadly. I had major problems with my memory card and I had to wait a few hours until someone could bring me another one. It's just too complicated to explain, but yeah, I hope this is not too distracting, that the lightning and maybe also the background is slightly different. But I thought I would just continue, you know, and make the best out of it. Yeah, just to let you know. So, what I wanted to say is that if your budget is 100 euros and you know you're maybe also looking for things that are outside of Europe, if you live in Europe, you know, just places where the shipping will be higher, then I would suggest you, for example, to do only 80 euros search and like limit it down. If you're from Europe and you only want that it shows you shops that are located in Europe, then you can do that. So that's another tip of mine. And now let's do something fun. I will show you 2 pieces from each website that I've purchased once, just to show you what cool stuff you can find on the platforms. Obviously this is just good luck because vintage comes and goes, and sometimes there's good vintage, sometimes not. But I thought could be fun. So let's start with Etsy, as we're talking about it right now. The first one is this gorgeous light blue dress, 40s, could be a bit earlier maybe. It has these gorgeous giant buttons. These are actually mother of pearl buttons. And it has 2 pockets, and it's just really cute. It has the typical shoulder pads. It also comes with a belt. I would probably put like a photo of me wearing this one. It's just really, really cute. Another piece that I've purchased on Etsy is this really cool 1940s suit. Here you can see the label. It's just so much fun to have pieces with the original tag or label inside. And it's just like a checkered, nice dark brown suit. Something everyone needs in the fall and winter time when dressing in that era. And it has massive shoulder pads, which is like always my favorite detail. Off eBay, I have another 2 things to show you. First of all, this gorgeous house dress from also, I would say early 40s, because it has these like really big puffy sleeves and it has this giant zipper that goes almost all the way down. And I love the print, the paisley and everything. It's just really cool, and I don't always like only wear it around the house. I also take it out sometimes. Yeah, just a gorgeous thing. And this one I actually got off eBay in Germany. Moving on to a really rare thing to find on eBay, especially eBay Germany, which is this one again. And these are actually original 1940s trousers, women's trousers. And you guys, they've become so rare. And I found this one, I think like 2 years ago or something. I was not even that much, like I was starting to collect vintage things, and this just came on like, just like that. It was like 30 euros. Nobody had interest apparently. It was crazy, and I bought them and they fit so nicely because I'm so tall. They actually fit my long legs, which is so rare. I love this detail on the waist. I'm not sure what this is called, but you can see these lines, which are very much 30s and 40s. especially 30s actually. These might be actually older than 40s. And it's hard to show you, but it's just a typical wide leg pants from that time. And these are again so rare to come by, and if you come by them, then they will cost you a fortune. And I got lucky enough to find them on eBay for 30 euros. So I am also always looking on Instagram. I'm following so many vintage shops on Instagram actually, so definitely keep your eyes out, guys. Instagram is a really good app to find like vintage clothing. And on Instagram I found these gorgeous 40s Mexican style shorts. These are also super rare to come by, and yeah, it's just super cute. I mean, look at that print. It doesn't get much better, does it? So adorable. And another piece that I found and that I also already showed here on YouTube is a gorgeous dress set in a really cool blue color. Ta-da! That's what it looks like. People who follow me on here know it already. Yeah, it is a dress with a matching jacket in a nice blue rayon, I think. Oh no, not rayon, gabardine. With a hidden zipper. I love that detail. So yeah, as you can see, you can find really good vintage on Instagram actually. And because I was also talking about Vinted a bit, actually the outfit that I'm wearing today is from Vinted. Like, it features two pieces that I got of Vinted. First of all, this hat. This was actually a gift by my dear friend Emma and Ellie, but I know that they got it off Vinted because I wanted to send them the link. It didn't work out for Emma, so she gifted me this one for my birthday. And it's just a cute, I would say, maybe 1930s hat. Very good for the summertime because it's actually straw. And then also the dress that I'm wearing. I will show you like a close-up. This is also probably from the 30s. Yeah, I cannot show it to you super nicely, but yeah, it has this like metal zipper going on, and I just love the huge like giant collar. It's just really cute. These are all things that I got on the internet and many more things, just to give you an idea of what you can actually find. So now that I've talked to you about where I get my vintage clothes from and gave you some tips and tricks, let's actually talk about today's sponsor. So today's video sponsor is Gem. And Gem is a website that can help you to find vintage pieces more easily. And the way it works is that you, for example, type in 1940s dress again, if you're looking for that, and then it will show you not only the search results for one website, but actually for many more. It will show you the ones for Etsy, eBay, Poshmark, and many different private websites. And I actually got to know so many vintage like seller websites through Gem, which is amazing because I feel like I would have never gotten to them without it. And yeah, I'm actually so excited about this sponsorship because this is actually, for once, something really useful. So I'm really glad that they reached out to me and asked if I was interested in working with them. And I actually also got something on Gem, and I want to show you how I like search for it. So I've been recently really into getting more into jewelry. Especially I wanted to find a vintage charm bracelet. So when I was small, maybe I don't know, 12 or something, like me and my best friend, we were obsessed with charm bracelets. And I actually remember my mom got me like one bracelet with maybe 1 or 2 charms on it, and then for every like special occasion she would give me another one to add to the bracelet, which was so much fun. And I've been looking at pictures of Hollywood actresses and singers, like famous people back then, but also daily people, and I just saw so many great photos of vintage charm bracelets on these people, and I was just so jealous because most of them cost like a lot if you buy them in antique shops and stuff especially. So I was like, you know what, let me use gem to find a perfect one. So I typed in 1940s charm bracelet, and then I actually narrowed the search down to 35 euros because I knew if I would find something from the US, there would be more shipping, you know, and my budget was 50 euros. And then I scrolled through all the results and I actually found the perfect one, you guys. I found one with, I think, 28 charms, which I wanted. I wanted like a really like heavy special one. And this one is actually from eBay, as you can see here. And the cool thing about gem is that you can also save all the things that you like, kind of like the likes on Etsy. So when you like are done with your hunt, you can actually look at all the things that you saved, which is really, really practical. And then I actually purchased it and I can show it to you. It is so stunning, you guys. It like arrived a few days ago and I kind of screamed when I got the package. So this is what it looks like. I will give you like a close-up. There you have it. I mean, how gorgeous is this? And it actually came with some more charms that I haven't gotten out of this yet. So let me do the unboxing with you guys together. I can actually adjust, like if I want many charms or if I maybe only want 10 charms. Okay, so what do we have here? So we have this kind of letter, I would say. This one is actually already on the charm bracelet. So if I ever lose it, I will have another one. Then we have these really fun, like roller skates. Oh my God, this is so cute. Love it. Look at this. This is to water my plant that I have in here. And so let me put this on. Oh my God, I love it. I actually love it with this outfit already. It kind of reminds me of an outfit that I saw on Radio Days by Woody Allen. I just love that film, by the way. I just like watched it a few months ago. It's amazing. And actually, yeah, that's also where I got more inspiration for the charm bracelet. Look at this. Oh my God, I love it. Oh. This is so amazing, you guys. It actually has the most fun charms ever. This is, I have no idea what this is, but there's something written on it. Then look at you guys. This is the most funniest thing. I have a tiny toilet, I mean. And oh my God, look, I have a little stroller. I mean, how cute is that? This is adorable. This is one of my favorites, I would say. It is like heart and key. And this heart with the little angel is also adorable. Oh my God. So as you can see, there are like many cool ones. This is like a truth or dare. And you can actually move the arrow, which is so much fun. This is actually from eBay, you guys. And as I told you, eBay is like not even my favorite place to shop, but because I use gem, I could like immediately see it. I actually only looked on Etsy for charm bracelets, which is kind of dumb, but you see, gem makes it possible, guys. So yeah, I love it. I need to take some cute pictures in this, but for now I will take it off because otherwise it will be annoying as hell. So yeah, this was actually a gift by Gem, so thank you so much, Gem, again. This is amazing, something I've always wanted. So yeah, so glad to add this to my collection. Gem also has some really useful filters. For example, they have the price, the size, the location, actually a decade one, and a sort by. And something that I have not talked about is the sort by filter. And that is super helpful because if you're like me and you like go on these websites almost on a daily, it's really important to have this filter so that you're actually not looking through all of the stuff that you already looked before. And have this sort by one is good because then you can do like recently added. One of my favorite filters to use. So just like a little tip from me, go use this filter. And then, as I also mentioned, it has actually a decade filter. So you can search for 1940s, 1950s, 70s. I think it starts with the 1700s even. I mean, how amazing is that? It actually also makes things so much easier. So definitely check them out. I will of course link their website down below. You can also download the Gem app. That's what I did. I can really recommend it to you guys. Make your vintage shopping experience much easier and use Gem. I hope I could help you a bit. It's a really big topic and I could probably share more, but I think for like the first video, this probably gives you some information and ideas on how I shop online and how you can shop vintage clothing online. Yeah, and if you want to see more of me and also more tips and tricks of me, I have like a podcast. I also post one additional video and many more like outfit pics and pics that I don't post anywhere else on my Patreon, and I will link that one also down below for you. Have a good day, night, morning, wherever you are. Stay safe and see you very, very soon. Bye!
Just come over on the sunny side. You'll be welcome on the sunny side. Every gentleman and lady, if you're living where it's shady, come over on the sunny side.